Okay, let's answer our midterm exam for your reference later sa quiz. Let's have the first question, set of questions. Okay, for 1 to 10, we have here write A if the given is an example of a primary literature, and then B if secondary literature, and C if tertiary. So I have here 10 examples of literatures. We have the first one, DOH report on COVID cases in Region 12. So, since DOH is the one responsible in monitoring the cases ng ating COVID ngayon, so definitely this will be a primary source. So, I hope you answered letter A here. Primary source yung report ng ating government agency. And then we have number 2, laboratory manuals. So, di ba meron tayong ginagamit na laboratory manuals. Class, when you say laboratory manuals, it's actually a compilation of the procedures na ginagawa natin sa laboratory. So definitely, since it's a compilation na lang, this will be a letter C ito siya, class. Tertiary literature. So I hope na kuha niyo yon. And then we have newspaper editorials. So pag sinabi nating newspaper editorials, syempre, opinion, 'di ba, pag editorial. So opinion written by the author. So since this is just an opinion na about an issue or a concern, definitely this is letter B, secondary literature. So kuha na, merong news, merong isang issue, and then magre-react yung author. And then we have transcript of interview. Pag sinabi niyong transcript of interview, class, it's a verbatim na record of an interview. So for example, sa research ninyo pohon, mag-conduct mo og interview sa inyong respondent. For example, ang gagamitin niyo is i-record niyo yung interview. Pero sa papel kasi, class, magsusulat kayo kung ano yung sinabi ng inyong respondent, isusulat niyo yun siya verbatim. So, ang tawag nun, transcript of interview. So, since it's a first-hand information, this is letter A, primary literature. And then we have political commentary. So, pag sinabing political commentary, most likely it's just like an editorial sa newspaper. So this is also letter B. This is secondary literature. You can ask her if ever you have questions or clarifications. And then we have undergraduate thesis. So sa undergraduate thesis, since this is also a first-hand information about a result of an experiment or about a result of uh, any interview conducted. So this is primary literature. Next, Merriam Dictionary is a compilation, di ba? Compilation of words and its meaning. So, or meanings, this is letter C. Tertiary literature. The same thing with bibliographies. Remember, bibliographies is a list or list sila ng references na, for example, ginamit sa research or sa books. Ayan, so compilation. Now, autobiography. So, for example, autobiography of a person. So, since autobiography, class, is a first-hand information also about a person. So this is letter A, primary literature. And the last one, we have book reviews. So for the book reviews, class, this is letter B. Kasi secondary literature lang siya, no? Since the author is just giving his or her comment about a review, about a book. So that's book reviews, letter B, secondary literature. Okay. So I hope nakuha ninyo. This is for the first set of questions. Any clarification? regarding this one? Wala. Sige. Next, we have these are data-free or non-empirical literatures coming from both local and foreign sources. So, wala kang data here. Kaya non-empirical siya. So, we call this conceptual literature. Ayan. Conceptual literature, or actually you can answer related literature. Okay lang. Yan. Next, a one-paragraph summary of a study. So, isang paragraph na summary ng ating study is called abstract. Again, it's called abstract. Next, we have this is a type of literature review wherein the researcher seeks to gather information on methodologies. Okay, so the keyword here is methodology suitable on a highly specific research problem. So, di ba pag methodologies ang hinahanap, we call this instrumental review. Yan. Next, so this is a part of your thesis wherein all sources that are cited in the text are listed. So saan natin nililist yung ating sources? We call it reference or references. Ayan, so it's not called bibliography anymore ha. It's called references when it comes to APA format. Next, the science and professional organization representing psychology in the US, which advocates promoting and defending research. So you can either answer APA or the meaning of APA. We have American Psychological Association. So again, my quiz later is actually patterned sa exam. So I hope nakikinig kayo and na-understand niyo ito. Next, these are research that are either unpublished or published in non-commercial form. So this is called gray literature or gray literatures. Yan. Next, in searching for relevant literatures, diba, we can either use and for words which have which have the same meaning, or kung meron siyang alternative and not if hindi niyo gustong isali yun siya doon sa makukuha niyo ng mga literatures. So itong tatlo, and, or, and not, are called as Boolean operators. So this is the correct answer. Boolean operators. Next, we have a strategy in our literature review wherein the literatures are arranged in subsections or recurring themes to address different aspects of the topic. So kapag magsusulat na kayo ng literature review and then hinati-hati niyo siya sa different subsections, we call this thematic. So this is thematic strategy sa pag-outline ng ating literature review. Next, this one, critical analysis of a segment of a published body of knowledge through summary, classification, and comparison of prior research studies, reviews of literature, and theoretical articles. This is the meaning actually of what do you call that? Review of literature or literature review. Ayan. So any of the two, review of literature or literature review. Next, this is a topic or area in which missing siya or merong insufficient na information para and ito ay naglilimit for our researcher na maka-formulate ng conclusion of a research question. So ito yung tinatawag nating research gap or research gaps. Next, we have true or false. So true or false na mula dito, I think we have 10 questions na true or false. So in APA style, you are not required to make a table of contents. So this is actually true. So pag binasa niyo yung slide ko, sa APA format class, hindi talaga tayo required to make our table of contents. It's just that sa school, na sa institutional format natin, required tayo magkaroon ng table of contents. Next, pag-asa reports are considered as gray literature. So this is actually also true since 'di ba pag-asa, this is a government report. This is included sa gray literatures. Published ito in non-commercial na form. Next, research journals are considered as related literatures. Ano ba yung answer niyo dito? Sa research journals, considered ba siya as related literatures? Actually, this is false. Bakit siya false? Kasi nahati kasi ito, 'di ba? When you say literature review, we have related literatures or conceptual literatures, and then we also have related studies. So si research journals class, included siya doon sa related studies, not sa related literature. Next, a literature review is considered as the foundation for a theoretical framework. So this is also true. Remember, this is one of the purposes of conducting a literature review. Para magkaroon ka ng theoretical framework mo, backbone ng inyong or foundation ng inyong study. Next, single line spacing should be applied in making a research according to the APA format. Now, this is actually false. Kasi, di ba, doon sa guideline na binigay ko sa inyo, always remember, when you make your paper, dapat naka-double line spacing. Next, the title page also contains the names of the proponents. Okay, so this is true. So doon sa title page, makikita natin yung names nyo, researchers. Wait lang ha. Okay, so we have the next question. The page number should be written in the upper left-hand corner of the page. Sa upper left-hand, this is false. Remember, it should be on the upper right hand. So I hope you will not forget that. Next, keywords are written in the abstract page. This is also true. This is true, class. Nasa baba siya ng abstract. Yung mga keywords natin. So these keywords are words that are phrases related to your study na if ever your study will be published in any publication na form, pag isa-search, magsa-search yung yung nagsa-search, makikita niya yung paper ninyo kapag yung sinearch niya is related doon sa keywords niyo. Next, in APA format, introduction should follow heading level 2. So this is false since introduction is a major heading. So it should follow heading level 1. So nasa gitna dapat siya. Next, no styling is applied for abstract in terms of its heading. So this is true. True siya. Wala tayong fina-follow na heading na format when it comes to abstract. Next, the reference list should be arranged alphabetically. This is also true. So, hindi nyo na siya, always remember ha, pag gumawa na kayo ng paper, hindi nyo hahatiin yung reference list nyo. Kasi meron ako nakikita iba na hinahati nila like the books, tapos ilalagay nila yung list ng mga books na kinuna nila. Tapos sa baba, we have websites. Hindi na. Pag-isahin na silang lahat and then i-arrange na lang natin silang lahat alphabetically. Yun lang yung sa references. Next, it is permitted to use more than one strategy in outlining the literature review. So this is also true since you can use combination of chronological na outline. You can also use the question a while ago. We have the thematic outline wherein you will divide your literatures into subsections sa inyong paper. Or we have, di ba, mga methodologies, pwede niyo siyang pagsama-sama. Next, so this one constitutes the bulk of your exam. Ito, ano lang to siya class? Point system. So kapag correct lahat, na-follow nyo yung correct APA format, and then complete yung mga information. So that's 4 points. And then kapag merong kulang, we have 3 points. And then 2 points kapag may kulang na tapos hindi pa nasunod yung correct APA format. And then 1 point if ano siya, kung nag-exam ta justice sa ballpen, that's the 1 point. Okay, so we have the first one, the name of the authors. We have here the title of the article, magazine title, date of publication. We have the volume, the issue number, and then we have the given DOI. So this one is an example of a source from a magazine. So pag galing siya sa magazine, ano yung magiging format ng ating reference? Syempre, we have the name of the authors first, but take note, it should be the surname, and then the initial, and then tatlo sila, diba? So we have Matthews, and then the initial we have J, and we have, you can either use this symbol or the word and, pwede naman siya. Then we have Park J. After that, wait lang ha. Let me remove this para makasulat ako. Oh, wait. Okay. After that, after the name of the authors will be the date of publication. So since we have here September 8, 2019, the format here should be, baliktad siya dapat. Year ang una, so 2019, and then we have September 8. So this is how you should have answered this one. And the next, we have the title of the article. Pero take note, hindi siya in italics. So you will just write, when geography influences treatment options. So yung kinakapital lang natin is yung first word of the title, period, and then this time yung dapat naka-italics or naka-italicized class is yung name ng ating magazine. So that will be the New York Times. Yan. And then comma, and then since merong given na volume and issue number, idudugtong mo siya dito sa name ng magazine. So we have 9 for the volume, and then take note that the issue number should be written inside an open and close parenthesis. Ayan. So wala na siyang page number, so you will just end there. And then the last one is yung ating DOI. Kasi merong given na DOI, you have to include this. Ayan. So kung na ganito siya, kasi since this is a link, pwede naman mag-blue lang siya. So this will be the correct answer. This is the correct answer for the first question. Ayan. So kung nakuha niyo yan, that's automatic 4 points. Time, if meron kayong kukunin na source sa magazine, this is how you are going to write it sa references. If ever hindi siya, wala siya online, printed siya. So you just have to omit this one. Next, we have here book. This time book naman, 'di ba? We have name of author here. Sorry, this should be author since isa lang siya. And then we have the title of the book, Clinical Pharmacology. Meron na ba kayong pharmacology ngayon? Meron bang pharmacology yung medtech? Tama ba ako? Merong pharmacology ang medtech or wala?
Wala, ma'am.
Wala. Okay. Pharmacology is the study of drugs. Yan. Study of drugs yan. So next, we have date of publication, and then we have publisher, and then location of publisher. So ano yung gagawin natin kapag book yung ating source? Syempre, the same thing. We have the name of the author, surname first, and then we have the initial. And then, open and close parenthesis is the date of publication, but this time you just have to write the year of the publication. So the year lang, period. And then, The next one, and the next will be the title of the book. So unlike the magazine, the title of the book should be in italics. So ito yung kailangan yung i-italize. We have here clinical pharmacology. So again, remember ha, yung first lang yung ating capital. Next, after this, clinical pharmacology will be the name of the publisher. So this will be American Pharmacist Association. Period. So that will be the last one. Remember, sa 7th edition ng APA format or APA style, no need nang isama yung location of the publisher. So, yung iba sa inyo, since sinalin nyo siya, kaya nagkaroon ng minus doon sa points. Remember, we are following the latest edition. Kasi I think nasanay tayo sa mga yung mga previous edition na sinasali yung location of publisher. So, do not forget na hindi na siya kasama ngayon. Next, ito, name of editors. We have here name of editors. So this is an edited book. And then we have the title of the book, the date of the publication. Meron din tayong publisher and then also location of publisher. And then this time, the book may be published online. So we have the given DOI. How are we going to do this? Surname again first. So we have Wales, B, and dalawa sila, Canon, R. Yan, so these are the authors. After the name of the authors class, always remember the year of publication. So this is a book. Sorry, since this is an edited na book, kailangan lagyan nyo ng EDS. Kailangan may EDS dyan before the year of publication. So bakit may EDS? That is to tell you na this is an edited book and these names are the editors, not the actual authors. So yun yung nakalimutan ng iba. Kasi ang nakalagay dyan editors, hindi authors. So kailangan yung eds kasi marami. And then the title of the book should also be in italics, Clinical Microbiology. Ayan, period. After that will be the name of the publisher. So we have here Rights Publishing Company. Again, no need to include the location of the publisher. And since merong given na DOI, ilalagay natin si DOI. Ganun siya. Wait lang ha. Okay. Next, we have low bat ako laptop. Wait. Yan. Next, this time, this is a book, pero we have the name of the author here. So, no need to write eds kasi hindi naman editor. So, diretso na ito class. Bernardez and then E.B. Yan, this is the name of the author. No need to write the PhD. Okay? And then, year of publication again, 2011, followed by the title of the book in italics, methodology of research, and thesis writing. Yan. Sa books lang tayo mag-italics ng ng title. Sa magazine, yung ina-italicize is yung name ng magazine. Next, the name of the publisher. We have Jim. CZYville Publications. Period. So that's where you end. No need to place the location of the publisher at the same time the name of the layout artist. So hindi yan kasali sa format natin. Next, we have here name of authors, the title of the article, date of publication, the publisher, and the URL. So this one class, this is an article na pinublish online. And then, meron kang publisher. So, definitely, this is more likely a blog, most likely a blog or a website. So, ano yung gagawin niyo dito? So, again, you will start with the name of the authors. You may do this, you may do et al. Or, I will accept if inisa-isa niyo siya dyan. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, pwedeng et al, pwede ding isulat lahat. So, we have Gardner S. We have Reinhard K. And then we have here A. And the last one, we have Araujo A. And then the date of publication. Hindi lang, ha? Okay. The date of publication, we have 2012, February 20. Period. And then, the title of the article. So please take note, yung ina-italics natin na title will be the book. This time, if it's from a website or a magazine, no need to italicize the title. But since naka-italics si Ascaris lumbricoides and si Ascarisum, then naka-italics din sila. So since this is a name, susundin natin yung way kung paano natin sinusulat. And ito lang yung italics and nakakapital ha si Ascaris. Ayan. A single species. Ayan. Next, after the title will be the name of the publisher sa website. So, I think this is the blog name. So, ito yung i-italics natin, class. Parasites and vectors. Ito yung naka-italics again. And then you will end with the URL. Again, no need to use retrieve. Yung retrieved and then retrieved from. No need to use that. Tinanggal na siya sa latest na APA format except if galing siya sa dictionary. Next, we have here an unpublished undergraduate thesis. Again, an undergraduate thesis unpublished. Actually, kinuha ko ito sa library, yung mga sources na ito sa internet. Kaya nag-e-exist to sila. Itong mga sinulat ko dito na mga sources. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 authors, so you may just use the Bariwan D et al. You just have to write this one kasi mahaba na siya. And then we have here the year of completion 2017. The title of the research. The next will be the title of the research in italics. So ito, kagaya ng book na naka-italicize yung title, ito din kailangan niyo siyang i-italic. So we have here live experiences. Take note, first word lang yung kinakapital natin. Lived experiences of radiologic technologies handling pediatric patients in radiologic examination. Yan. And then, ano yung next? Sorry, this should be not, wala pa siyang period here kasi maglalagay pa tayo ng eto. Sorry. Unpublished undergraduate thesis. Yan. For tayo mag-period. So, yan yung ating format kapag unpublished undergraduate thesis yung ating pinagkunan. Then we are not yet done. You have to write the institution. So we have General Santos Doctors Medical School Foundation Incorporated. Actually, it's okay kung hindi niyo siya in-indent kasi mahirap naman talaga mag-indent dito sa Schoology. Pero sa paper nyo class, dapat itong next na line naka-indent na yan. Okay, how about this? We have the name of organization, the article title, the date of publication, and then we have the given URL. So this time, this is an organization, walang author na nakalagay, so automatic class, the name of the organization will be your author. World Health Organization. Kapag ganito ha, walang author na binigay, pero merong name of organization, yun yung magiging author. Next, date of publication, we have 2020, October 13, period. Next, the title of the article. So this time, ating i-italics yung article title natin, WHO. So sinabi ko kanina na yung first letter ng first word ng ika-capital, but this time, you have to consider names of persons and at the same time, yung mga abbreviation ng mga names ng organizations, you make capital that. And then, Western Pacific, and then we have here how WHO has responded to, this is the name of the virus, so this is COVID-19 in the region. Ayan, that will be the title of the article. And then what's next? Okay, wala ka nang ibang ilalagay. The last one will be this one. Ay, naputol din siya, no? Ayan. Okay, so we have here. Actually, eto, nakalimutan kong ilagay yung title of the article. But if ganito yung nangyari, class, ang gagawin nyo, Kozlov, author M, and then we have here 2020 October 14 period. Ito yung i-italics nyo because this is the name of the magazine. The Scientist. The Scientist. Ayan. And the last one will be the given URL. So, ganun lang siya kasimple. Okay. And ito, this one is from a dictionary. So, ano nga yung nilalagay natin? Sa dictionary class, the author will be the name of the dictionary, Merriam-Webster. And then, take note, lalagyan natin siya ng NB. Okay, bakit lalagyan ng NB? It means no date of publication, ganon. Wala kasing nakalagay na date of publication dyan. And then after that will be the word na sinerch. So we have stare diseases. Yan, period. And we have in Merriam Dictionary. Wait. Okay, in Merriam-Webster, sorry, this should be in italics. Merriam-Webster, .com, since galing siya sa class? Galing siya sa online dictionary. Ito yung this time maglalagay ka ng retrieve. Kapag ka dictionary yung kinunan mo, maglalagay ka ng retrieved and then the date of retrieval. So that will be October 18, 2020. And then lalagyan mo siya ng from. So saan mo siya kinuha. So ito yung magbabago kapag kagaling siya sa dictionary. Example, meron kang word na gusto mo i-define conceptually sa paper mo. Lagay mo yung name ng dictionary as the author, ND for the no date of publication tayo dito. In Merriam-Webster.com dictionary since galing siya online. And then this time, naglalagay ka ng date of retrieval and the URL. Ito yung nagbago. Okay. Ito, I think this is the last one. I don't know if this is the last one. I think this is the last one. So this is now a source from a newspaper. So actually, yung newspaper na source will just follow the format dong sa magazine. So author pa rin. And then we have C. And then the date of publication. So kapag ganito, unahin mo talaga yung year. And then we have October 17 period. And then the title of the news. So itong title of the news, just the same thing with the magazine, title of the article, no need to italicize. So diretso na siya, PH records 354,338 total COVID-19 cases. So recoveries nearly at 300K period. And then yung italicize natin class is yung name ng newspaper. So we have here Daily Inquirer. And then since merong given na URL kasi galing itong news sa website ni Daily Inquirer, so lalagay natin yung URL. So, tama ko, that is the last one. Any question, class, doon sa paggawa ng references? Wala? Sure? So, I hope nakinig kayo ha. That will be included sa quiz ko later. Kasi again, kulang tayo ng quiz. Kaisa lang tayo nag-quiz class sa midterm. So, since hindi tayo nag-double time sa midterm, meron pa tayong classes sa finals. Yan, every Thursday, the same schedule. So, what are the purposes of literature review? So, you should have enumerated the purposes ng ating literature review, like if we do literature review, we can identify gaps, search gaps. We can gather information related to our study. You can see mga noble works about your research. You can compare and contrast different na mga results ng mga experiments na again related to your study. You will also look for notable people na may have conducted studies na related din sa topic mo. So that's just examples of the purposes of our literature review. And then I have here discuss the 5 steps of literature review in your own words. So remember, meron tayong 5 steps sa literature review. So ano ba yung first step? So again, the first step will be search for relevant literatures. So in searching for relevant literatures, you may make a list of keywords here for you to be able to find more sources. Like example for the internet, it will be easier for you if you have list of keywords that are related to your study. So in searching, again, you may use Boolean operators para mas marami kang makuha and mas specific pa. And then the step 2 will be evaluation and selection of your sources. So syempre kapag ka nag-search ka, marami kang makikita. For example, sa Google or sa Google Scholar, there will be a long list of literatures there, but it doesn't mean you have to include everything. Meaning, sa step 2, you have to evaluate the credibility of your sources. And then take note, you have to make your working bibliography para naman kung gusto mong balikan yung iyong source, mababalikan mo pa siya kasi meron kang tinake note na sources. Next, step 3 will be identification of themes, debates, and gaps. Kasi, um, example, ang gusto mo is to outline your literature thematically, meaning you want to do subsections, ganyan. So, iano natin siya, ipagsama natin yung mga the same, meron siyang themes na nag-uulit-ulit. And then, pwede din tayong ipagsama yung another naman na theme, and then we will be comparing and contrasting the two. And then, we may also identify gaps in the study, meaning yung mga missing in the literature, mga weaknesses doon sa mga existing body of knowledge, and then we may address them sa sarili nating study. Next, step 4 will be outlining the literature review structure. So, in outlining, depending sa inyo, kung ano yung susundin ninyo, or it can be combination of the four, yung mga strategies natin like chronological, thematic, methodological, and theoretical. Pwede natin ipagsama-sama yon, depende sa decision natin. And we have the last step. It will be writing your own literature review. And then in writing your own literature review, always remember class na it's the same thing sa paggawa ng paragraph. I mean, magfa-follow siya ng paragraph form na merong introduction, body, and conclusion. So that will be for the last question. So, questions, class, about sa result ng inyong exam before tayo mag-move on?